How's it going today? Thank you for tuning in to On and Off the Road again. I am sitting inside a cabbed Arctic Cat Prowler Pro Limited, and this is one of those rigs that a lot of people use as a work machine, one that you can use on a ranch, a farm, great for hunting. It's got a pretty good payload. You can tow with it. I've actually used this particular one to tow, I think it was a 12-foot single axle trailer with a couple of ATVs on it for a parade. So it definitely has the ability to tow, and it is not a go fast vehicle, but it's definitely something that you can use to get work done. It has a dump bed. This one is 4-wheel drive, automatic, and I'm going to do a walk around on it. One thing you'll notice, I have this thing running right now, and it is quiet. It's one of the few in this category that operate so quietly. So if you use these around animals, they're really good at not startling animals because they're so quiet. They have an inline 3-cylinder engine, and the way that they have them muffled or have the exhaust done on these, they just keep them really quiet. They've got really good serviceability for doing things out in the field. If you do things on your ranch or farm and you need something that you can get to the belt, you can get to changing the oil and access the air filter, it's really easy to do that on this, and I'll show you that in the walk around. And this particular one you can see behind me, it's a fully cabbed one. They don't come that way. You can certainly add it. This is a DFK cab with you've got glass sliders, a glass sliding window behind me, and the windshield is actually glass as well, and it opens up, and I'll show that to you with a wiper and all that. So without further ado, here we go. Here is the 2023 Arctic Cat Prowler Pro Limited, and you can tell it's limited by its color with the color match bumpers. This one does come equipped with a winch, which I'll show you, but just from the back, right off the bat, you can actually tell it has a full-on receiver hitch. You can hear that it's running, so it's pretty quiet. These are an 812cc 3-cylinder. They run smooth and quiet, don't startle animals if you use them around animals. Got some decent suspension there, and you can see serviceability is easy. You can access the belt housing right there if you ever have to service it, inspect it, whatever. And to get this off, over here you've got the release for the bed. You pop that up, and then you have this pin and that pin, and this whole shield comes off. So serviceability is easy. There's the engine. You can check your oil on that side, on this side, and then on the other side you can access your air filter and the battery for that matter. They're all same accessibility as far as the panel on that side too. You can see that it tips up pretty well and dumps. There's with the bed up, so it'll dump out a decent load. If you got to do fence maintenance, you need to dump, a load of bark, or just putting that back down. It's gas charged to assist the lift. Fuel filler there. Those are the actual doors for the cab. You can see they're a polycarbonate material there, so it makes the cabin feel really open. Side mirrors included. Then they open kind of like a suicide style. And these ones are 3-seater. They make them in a 6 or a crew as well. Just simple gauge there. Your winch controls down there, and the horn. This one is set up to be street legal, which you can do in South Dakota. This one also has heat added. So you turn it on there, and then you can adjust your fan like that. You've got some vents there, one over there. And then over here, you've got your 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, diff lock, your lights, your tilt. And then this here is actually, there's one on each side. You can see it over there. That's what allows the windshield to tip up. I'm not going to do it because it's really cold today, but really nice flexibility there. And these seats actually are kind of cool because they pop out super easy. If you need to, I've had some ranchers that use these, and they actually haul a calf in them when it's really bad weather. And you can take out both sides. Or they even have an option to make this center piece a console. So you don't have a seat there, but you actually have a console. And then behind this is also storage. You undo that latch. In fact, I might be able to do it one-handed here. Can. And there's some storage back there is also, kind of like in a pickup, which is kind of handy. So a really functional cab. You've got obviously a little bit of sound insulation on the roof there. Power wiper controls here, and then a dome light, and also some auxiliary lights on the outside. This is all part of the cab on this one. So there's an auxiliary light up above there on each side. And then on the front, you can see here the matching bumper, the winch. You've got some nice ground clearance. And this is in stock form. So it's a well-equipped machine. And these actually have an 18-month warranty, which for an off-road work rig is pretty good. A lot of them have like 12 months maybe. So you've got some options as far as durability there, which is nice. You probably can get an extended warranty even depending on what the dealer you get it at offers. But that is the 2023 Arctic Cat Prowler Pro Limited. In 24, the only difference is the colors. But really nice, fully functioned vehicle. They're a pretty good price point. They're a little bit better than the Polaris equivalent Ranger. But the big advantage is the warranty and that they're so quiet. So just one other machine to consider. And Arctic Cat isn't quite as popular or as well known as Polaris, but they're still a solid unit. They have come a long way and definitely worth considering. I do thank you for tuning in. Have a great new year, and God bless you. One other thing I did want to note about these Arctic Cat Prowler Pros is the way that they shift. I forgot to mention that earlier in that it has a shift indicator here on the dash, but they put this sticker on it, which was new for 23, because not everybody was fully engaging park. And part of that, it has this column shifter, and you put the brake on just like you would in your vehicle that has a column shifter, and then you shift it down accordingly, and it shows and indicates over here. But when you go into park, sometimes it shows E because not everybody engages it into park all the way. And for whatever reason, that's the one thing on these that, right now it's in park, but it says E. But you always have to make sure that these actually engage into park because they don't have a parking brake. And neither does a Ranger, but just keep that in mind because I've had people come in and say, hey, I can't get this thing to go into park, or it doesn't feel like it does. And sometimes you just got to have a little bit of force when you're pushing that shifter up into park. And you just want to make sure that way it doesn't roll anywhere you don't want it to. And again, I want to thank Sturgis Motorsports for letting me take this vehicle out for a test drive and check it out. And if you have any questions or comments, put them down below. I do appreciate it. Have a great day.